So this video is going to continue our Procore Explore series. We're going to show you how to look at the new budget view. So if you jump into your admin tool, select Procore Explore on the side, you'll see all of your new tools here, what's been released, what's not been released. Remember, you can filter really quickly by tool, by enrollment status. I'm going to check that's what's available. We're going to look at this Modernized Budget Table Experience. So basic descriptions look like it's updated to more the modern grid, modern table, has some views. Looks like you got some details here on the right versus down at the bottom or popping up over top. You can use keyboards, copy and paste. That's cool. Filter by dates. So let's go ahead and join. Looks like we can apply it to the company or specific jobs. Recommend using specific projects if it makes sense. Let's just go apply to the company account. Now, if you look here, here is our old budget view. Not really that flexible, can't move things around. If I hit refresh here, our new budget view looks pretty nice. Looks like you can pin things to the left and right. So I could pin my original revenue to the left. And now if I slide this here, I can slide that. I can unpin this. So reset them, put them back to how they were. We got a basic description here. You can choose columns. You can drag them up and down. So that's kind of interesting because you can also do that over here on the right. So we can drag these up and down. Oh no, we can't there. Interesting. I would expect that to be here. This choose columns and that to be combined. Like in other tools, I think we can just move them here. You can turn on off columns here. You can also turn off and columns here. So that's nice. Resets your default right there. Then you got your grouping. So I usually group by cost code tier 1. Let's see how that works. Expand it. Yep, has that modern grid there to expand it as we go. Gives us our subtotal. Filters are a little different, right? You can filter by cost budget code segments, by dates, forecast start date, forecast end date. I guess that's using our forecasting tool, and by row types. So budgeted, non-budgeted. Different things I don't typically use with or without. So you can just see the ones with notes. Speaking of like pinning, unpinning, I think pinning, if you haven't added the notes column, go make sure that's turned on underneath your admin tool in your budget view. So company level, admin tool, budget view. But I think this would be a good one to pin to the right. Just have sitting there. I guess we can't pin this. That would be nice if it sat here like Change Events does. It has it sitting there on the right hand side. That's really nice that you can just always edit and delete it then however there. But then you can add notes in any of these rows, well, ones that have values. Thought that this was interesting. So you have your forecast to complete. You can do an itemized entry. That's now on the right hand side. It would be nice. This is just a feature of mine thinking here. It'd be nice if it hung out right here. So like if I'm opening this up, I can, like if I'm over here to the left, right, and I click in here, forecast to complete, it hides it. So I'd love it to just kind of shift this around so that forecast to complete stays front and center. You can also look at this for other items. So you can see all the items that are in there for each line item that you can click on more details. So like non-commit cost, there's that. I can see, oh, this is a lot better actually. I could see all the breakdown right here of inside. Now, that's odd. So that might be something that I'll tweak here. But I can't, I guess I can grab, nope, can't move those. So that's a little interesting. But I would expect there to be a bar here. I would expect these to be a little bit more consolidated or give you the ability. So that they need to do a few updates. Like we said, it's a beta. So it's fine. What else here? So there's this down. So, oh, that's nice too. Interesting. So you can add a monitored resource. So put that in. Let's make the unit cost like $1,000 a week. Start and end date. That's weird that seems like, maybe let me just check my screen ratio. Reset it. I guess that's interesting, but it doesn't like the zoom very well. And maybe that's the problem. I was zoomed in a little bit. So there, add another line. Yep. So you can do that. Now, I got to slide to the right. You can switch this really easily to automatic calculation, itemized. What happens? I already have it in there. Yeah, it will pop this open, but that lets you at least select it. I guess that's a nice feature. You can still edit your budget code custom like you did before. That's nice. Drag those columns, move them around. That's nice. Does it let you drag? Yep, you can just drag and drop it, which is nice. Move it if you like it. Now, I wonder, let's just do a quick test. If we refresh, no, it looks like it keeps it the way it was. Yeah, because that should be on that side. It's sticky, basically. Then you have your create, budget line item, budget changes, snapshot. So those are all together. Lock, I imagine send to ERPs up here as well if I had this ERP. So there's my import tool, my export, custom reports, configure budget views. Oh, that takes me right to the admin tool. So that's nice. Let's see if they updated this. Pretty much the same, a little bit. I mean, it's the more modern view. Lets you just drag and drop. There's your template. So export PDF, probably the same export that you normally get. Yeah, same export. That's fine. It might be a little bit updated, but create snapshot. That's pretty much the same. Create budget line item. Oh, this is different. It's out on the side. I kind of like that. Makes it a little easier. You can see, still you see your cost codes there. So that's nice. Create budget change. Doubt they updated this at all. Kind of outside of the scope. Yeah, this is the same. But honestly, overall appearance looks a lot better, a lot more flexibility. I don't think anything's hurt by doing it. There's a couple little features that I'd love them to have. Like, you notice I have this revenue cost break here. I'd love them to start being able to group. So like, hey, here's all my revenue information. Here's all my cost information. And then like, here's overall, and make like a custom header so that I can group these. And then maybe even like expand, like if you go into, let me just look at like the prime contract real quick. I don't know if I have a prime contract on this project. Fake project. Nope. But on some of these, you have categories, right? So I would take a look at that. What you think there. So overall, we're testing out. Try it out on a few projects. At least apply it to your beta project or your test project, your sandbox project. Get it there. Otherwise, pretty good. Good start.